What's going on, everyone? I am Coach Gene. You are here for the daily refresh. Okay, so it's going to be a 15-minute kind of kickstart to your day, or just some movement, some blood flow to have you feeling better. Maybe your low back's bothering you, maybe your hips bothering you. Make that feel all the better if you just continue to move. Movement does cure. Movement feels good, and today it's just going to be something a little lighter. Okay, we're going to start with some shoulders and then move it into some hips and a little bit more aggressive movement. So you are going to start on your feet. All you'll need is just like a yoga mat and some space. Preferably take your shoes off just so you can feel the ground better, feel that weight distribution, and yeah, let's have some fun. So find that space wherever it may be. Okay, get comfortable. Let's set our feet up into about a shoulder width distance, nice and grounded. Add a little bit of knee bend. All you're going to do is take your palms together right out in front of you, arms extended, and then just meet them. I know you can't see all the way over my head, but just clap the hands straight over the head and then back down. We're going to do 5 here. If you can, try not to go out in front. Go right over your head for 5. We're just going to get a little bit of shoulder action here to start. I know I started a little early, okay? But if you're just joining us, all I said was just to take that base stance, okay? And then palm to palm for 5. If you can remember the numbers 5 and 10, that is kind of the rep scheme we'll be doing from exercise to exercise. So just continue to move, watch what I do. We're gonna do one more set of that, just nice and easy, palm to palm, 5 reps overhead. Okay, we're just trying to get the arm position over the head instead of down close to the waist or rounded. Okay. Now what I want you to do is imagine you have some bands in front of you or a cable and just row right into that armpit and extend that opposite arm. You're going to do 5 each side. Just trying to row, really try to pull back, feel that scap, shoulder blade retract as if I had a cable or something that I was rowing. 5 each side, 10 total. Okay. Then we're just going to take it right into that nice, almost like you're doing a lat pull down to start, so you can just drive those elbows down, squeeze, 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 almost like you're trying to show off those back muscles, and then lift. So squeeze and lift, show you another angle, 4, 5. Okay. One more round, drive back, 10 total. We're just moving those arms, moving that back. Drive up, squeeze down as if you had a lat pull down machine in front of you. Reach up, drive down, 5 total. Remember, we're trying to show off those back muscles. Squeeze, 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 and then extend and drive your hands up as high as you can. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and shake that out. You should feel a little bit through the shoulders. Maybe you feel that a little bit in the front. Awesome. We just want to get some blood flow through there. We're going to go into a split stance. Okay, so split stance. Left in front of the right, or vice versa, right in front of the left. Now, all you're going to do from here, okay, is take that knee straight down to the ground. Okay, but I do not want your knee to touch the ground. Just hover it right over the bottom, and then I just want you to draw back, pull, and reach. Okay, just like we practiced, and then back to the top. Okay, get into a split stance, knee comes down, draw back and reach, and then back to the top. If you don't want to step back up, you don't have to. I just want to get some length out of your hip and add a rotation. I don't want that hand to come straight back. Imagine you're pulling a cable and then coming back. So as I drop down, I'm pulling and then coming back. So just to continue that theme, 5 each side. what this is doing, you're just crossing that midline, taxing a little bit of internal rotation of that hip. So I'll show you again, give you another angle, drop knee down, pull, and then back to the top. As you can see, that kind of tilts that torso right into that knee. Try to avoid that front foot from coming off the ground. We want to keep everything grounded for 5. Perfect. All right. Go ahead and set yourself back up into that nice base position. Try something a little different here. You're going to continue that pulling and reaching with the arms. Okay, so all we're going to do is take opposite hand, 2 foot. Usually we do this in a triangle position. I'm going to ask you, try to go a little bit more narrow. So a little bit more of a squat stance. Drive that arm down to the opposite foot. And then I'm going to allow you to twist or pivot on that foot and reach to the sky. Drive it down and twist. Okay, notice that that foot, the opposite foot or leg, is grounded. It's not going anywhere. So I just want you to keep that in one direction. You're just pivoting on that opposite foot for 5. Okay, everything's 5. And you're continuing to pull and reach, okay, with those arms. Perfect. We're going to get a little bit more technical here. So I've done this before, but imagine we have a nice hurdle here. So a track hurdle, yes, one that you jump over. And you're going to squat, so a nice quarter squat, and then reach underneath that hurdle, okay, ending up on the other side and then up and over. Okay, so if you can see that white line here, I'm just kind of using that as my reference with the camera. Squat down, underneath, okay, and then up and over. We're going to do that for 5 each side. That's 3. Go ahead and try it out. Down, underneath, up and over. 4, last 1. Good, switch it up, other side. So I'm on the other side of that hurdle. Using that back wall through that white line to kind of step up and over. So squat, reach, okay, down, back up and over. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth. 1 time through, all the way underneath and over, equals 1 rep. We're going 5 here. You should start to feel those hips. Start to open up a little bit. Last one for me. And 5. Very nice. All right, as I mentioned at the beginning, yoga mat, you don't need one, but it's nice to have some padding. We're going to go right to the floor, right onto our butts. Okay, find that space. Now, get into a position as if you're going to row. Okay, so on my heels. Now, with my hands, I'm going to take them right outside my hips, fingers pointed away, both sides of my hips, and all I'm going to do is drive through my heels and hands, and then lift my hips straight to the ceiling, and my head goes with it. So I'm trying to get to this extended position or tabletop position. All the while, I don't want my knees to cave in. I want to drive out. So nice and tall, back down. Again, for 5, you should feel that in the pecs a little bit as well. Beautiful. Okay. We're trying to open the chest up, get a little bit of activation through the glutes. Very beneficial. I'm a big sitter. I'm talking about sitting in a chair. I'm a big sitter, so sometimes lighting those glutes up, opening up the chest and spine are all fantastic things. Let me show you the next movement. So You're gonna do the same thing, except you're gonna take right foot, left hand, and you're going to basically just come up, touch, okay, switch up, touch. You're just gonna go opposites here in this crab position. I'll give you another angle. Hips don't have to go all the way to the ceiling. Okay, all I'm gonna do is just kind of cross and drive those opposites. You feel that in your core. 5 each. If you have to, if you can't touch your foot, just touch the side of your lower leg, that shin. 5 each, 10 total. We're gonna do a little bit, a couple more sequences here at this crab position. Now I want you to try to do it with one arm, both legs down, big reach to the ceiling. Okay, if you want to, you can go all the way over, make a nice little moon shape with the hand. We're doing 10 total. We're just really trying to open up that torso. Again, if you'd like, you can just go straight to the ceiling. Remember, we're continuing to drive through our heels. 5 each side, 10 total. Shake out the legs a little bit as you start to breathe. Let's bring those knees a little bit closer to our chest where we started at the beginning, and I just want you to drop one knee to the ground. You've taken my classes before, you know this position. Take one hand, the same leg that's down, the knee that's down, take that hand and rest it on the ground as if I was just listening to you talk. Tension through the heel and hand. Okay, then you're just gonna roll right into bear position. So we're gonna do our 8-month posture here. So what do I do with this knee? Once I get to the top and I create that tension, I just sweep it straight through and back, okay? My hand stays right where it's at, facing the direction I wanna go, and I'm doing 5 each side. Let me show you a little closer. So drive up, sweep through, and back down. We wanna get that shoulder away from our ear. Driving through the ground. 5 each side. And then once you're done, let's go ahead and stand it up for a little 5-minute finisher. As you can see, we've done some pulling, lifting, the shoulders, chest, my glutes. Everything's starting to get a little bit more fired up. You're starting to feel a little better, starting to sweat. Maybe you got some energy, you feel like moving now. Okay, so we're gonna take that energy right into one leg. So give me a little one leg stability. All I want you to keep in mind is trying to keep that chest over your knee and toe. So I wanna keep this angle right here. And I'm basically just gonna shift my weight, shifting my weight from one foot to the other. So it's not a bound. I'm just shifting side to side. And yes, we're doing 5 each side for 10. So let me show you the angle I want that torso to be in. The more comfortable you feel, the lower you can go. Just trying to feel that weight distribution and balance, okay? Try not to kick that foot way far back. Shadow like a kickstand. 10 total. Shifting into that hip. Arms can kind of be natural. Good. And 10. Very nice. All right. Let's get some air under the feet. Let's take it to that medial bound or that lateral type movement. So you're just going to move horizontal. It's going to give you a nice little hop and a landing. Okay, 10 total. Just shift from side to side. Coil up into that hip. 10 total. Oh, that's 1 and 10. Beautiful. Starting to feel those hips power up. Probably starting to feel a lot better. A little looser, shake it out. Okay. I'm gonna challenge you here. So you gotta be quick, punch that ground. We're gonna land right back where we started. So start on one leg, drive out, punch back, and then right where you ended up balancing on one foot. If you need to catch your balance, just move that foot to the ground or hop around and find that balance point. Try not to be too quick. Okay, so hop out, back, catch your balance. You can reset at the top if you want, and then another rep. So 5 each side, play with that. Coil, drive out, drive back. Coil, drive out, drive back. Very nice. 5 each side. Take it to the other side here as we finish. Try to be a little quicker off the ground. Punch. Last one. Very nice. Good. All right, last movement here. We got 1 more minute to finish. I'm going to give you a little cue here. Try to pretend like you are on a flat, cross-country skiing, and you're really trying to drive those poles through the ground. Same thing I want you to do with your hands. So your triceps will be, or your arm will be bent, drive back, and you're just trying to slam through in an aggressive fashion. We're gonna try that for 10, okay? So this is a move that I use for baseball to get my arms loose. Just flapping straight down. Give it a try. Kind of sinks you right into your hips. Full body as if you're doing a med ball swing. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for this 15 minutes. If you join me for the live workout at 12, I kind of shout out a little tip. One thing I want you guys to just keep in mind is keep in mind of your hydration, how much water you're drinking, but not so much how much water you're drinking, but are you including some sodium and salt into that diet or water, because it is getting a little hotter, okay? Not this weekend, not right now, it's raining, but as the weeks go, it's gonna be a little hotter as you start to train indoors or outside. That cognitive ability and the ability to be hydrated is going to be a lot tougher. So if you don't have an electrolyte drink, it can be a little difficult. One way to monitor that, okay? You can monitor that by your urine color. So if your urine is dark brown, you're extremely dehydrated, okay? If it's on that lighter yellow color to almost clear, good job, but we still want to include a lot of that salt and sodium around training hours. So just a little takeaway to take home for you. And yeah, I wish you guys all a beautiful weekend. Mahalo. I will see you guys all next week. Be safe. See you soon.